I want to say something, but it might be wise not to say nothing. But you saying, I'm saying it, whites are having sex with little girls. I'm watching a white woman bother me because the black woman is jealous of with a man. But she could get a man if they quit going with her when she a child. But the problem is when they see her fucking like a grown woman, listen, what they have to do with your spirituality? And that's what's making me mad. If we go from the point of my spirituality, what did I do to invoke this? I'm sitting here trying to go to heaven, trying to walk by faith, and I feel like I'm under some kind of battle that I just can't win. There's just no answer to. Because God is saying, I want to show you something. I want to show people something that there's a black man looking at her communicate when the white people come and ask her, well, they fucking her. That's why they asking her stuff. They come and ask her why she jealous of me. Well, when they see her fucking as a child, they want to fuck with her. You see what I'm saying? And if the white woman want to make her feel good, she not gonna come in the open and do that the right way. Why? Because then she gonna be able to fuck her as a little girl. I could say so many things, and I'm sure of what I'm saying. Like the principal knowing that was happening. Why would he just let that happen? He probably felt like it'd be a bloodbath if they didn't accommodate those white people that wanted to come and have sex with that girl. He probably felt like they would take her and kill her. And I don't know why he felt like that. So I think it's people that's missing. I do think it's people that's missing. I've seen people suffer a lot of stuff, and I think it's at the hands of the white folks. So maybe they feel like that was the best way to deal with it. To just allow them to come in and do what they had to do and leave. I don't know. But I done seen that with several young girls, 3, 5, and I seen this with several young beautiful girls. And at the time, you wonder what's going on. My mind at the time, I was a young girl myself. I was like, I think I was maybe 19, maybe 18. And I was wondering what her mama doing. I thought, at the time, my mind at 18 year old, I was saying, why her mama selling her to the white people? That's what I thought that because she had got a lot of stuff for after had sex with her daughter. So I had thought that she had sold them to the whites. And y'all probably said, well, why you ain't call the feds and tell them that was happening? Well, I thought her mom had sold her to the whites. That's because she had a whole lot of stuff the next day, and that's what I thought. You know. So, but I'm sitting here and I'm under attack from my point of view. I'm like, okay, God, I'm doing what's right. Why am I being attacked by black women, by black men? Because they're doing something sexual and they want to do it with a certain group of people, so they come through me to do it. But I will show me how when a woman go for this certain group of person herself, they think she's filthy. That's because she's sexually active as a child. And see the white see that and they turn them on. That this bitch can fuck a full grown man. So here come the white man. But the Lord was showing me quite a few things. He was showing me a lot of these sexual perversions, including when the one where I'm concerned and one where the child is concerned will stop. And one will cover themselves up. Now you can dress modestly in normal everyday clothes. You don't have to wrap yourself up, you know what I'm saying? In several layers of cloth. You can just, I'm very, very normally dressed and I'm not provocative at all. I have a pair of pants on, I have a shirt on, I have a t-shirt on, and I'm not provocatively dressed. I would say women are dressing too provocative and saying man see that. And he acted out in that way. And he said they have a lot of people doing that. He said even women are seeing other women and that are provocatively dressed. And they go out and do things, sexual things. He said, but a lot of these things that's happening in society will stop. and women would just cover themselves up a little more. He said women should cover themselves to their ankles because after that it starts to become provocative. Oh, people don't want to hear that. So we already know that we have to be a good cheer, like the Bible said, be a good cheer. I have overcome the world. We have to just Jesus said, he who endures to the end and be saved. We have to just endure some of these hard things. But I feel like this is enough. I'm tired. I'm tired of sitting somewhere, tired of laying in the bed and being attacked by a child that's being told they're desirable. And see that white woman cannot come out the closet with that woman she's trying to validate because she won't be able to have that sex with that little bitty girl. She won't be able, if she come out the closet trying to validate the black woman, she won't be able to have sex with that little bitty girl. She won't be able to do that. And she want to be able to continue to have sex with that little bitty girl. But I'm finna blow the whistle on that motherfucker. That she is having sexual intercourse with little bitty girls. And I believe white men are doing it as well. I believe the oral sex is to prepare for the man. I do. I believe men are doing it with her as well. Little bitty girl. I'm talking some little bitty girl. I remember these two little girls. We used to live across the street from the park. And they would train the track team, the local track team, just a little local track team. They would go to their local meets. They were really good, and they would do 1,000 sit-ups. They would do push-ups. Then they would go inside. They would run. They would go inside the gym. They would stretch. And then they would go inside and do weights. And they had a whole lot of fun. They had a lot of activities over at that recreation center. They would have awards. They would give them jerseys. What they call varsities? They would give them varsities. They would give them a ring and give them a trophy, and then they would have a meal catered for them at the end of the season. So they had a lot of fun, but they had very muscular bodies. You ever seen a track person? People who were in track, and then how these little girls was. They were natural, like they were little bitty girls, 3 and 5, little bitty girls, but they had a natural muscular build as little bitty girls, and they would be running around the neighborhood, riding their bikes, skating, playing ball games in the middle of the street with other kids, and they had this natural, they would just glide. If you watch them play the game, this natural athleticism. And both of them ain't shit. Ain't shit. You see them around town. I was just in my hometown last year. See them around town. Bitch, ain't none of them shit. Naturally born athlete. Ain't none of them shit. White woman came. I seen a white woman. And at the time, I was like, why her mom selling her daughter to the white people? I said, oh, she's dirty. That's what I thought. I didn't realize what was happening. The ramifications of what was really happening. The white folks probably would have took those girls and did God knows what with them. if they wouldn't have did that way. I don't know what would have happened. But that's at the time I thought she was selling her kids to the whites. So I'm experiencing to God to show me that these girls are women and they want a man now. And so they saw me with a man, and now they're attacking me. But he said that when they want a man, and they go to meet a man, he think they filthy. You see what I'm saying? That's an experience. White woman needs to be taught to leave that little child alone sexually. Apparently the white man too. I really think a white man is behind that. I think a white man is sending that woman to get them prepared for sex with oral sex. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, I don't know that for sure. You know, have you ever seen with your own eyes? Yeah, I have seen a sexual encounter with my own eyes twice. Was it a man that wasn't involved? But one time a woman did. I think it was 20. I don't have a picture of myself when I was 20. My sister got a photo album though, if I can get it. We don't have a close relationship, so I don't know if I'll be able to get the picture. I tried before, but I got a picture of my mom I got from my sister on my social media. And I'm going to put a picture of my sister Diane on there too. But I was 20 years old, and this white woman was coming on strong. And she asked my mom to have a threesome with her and her husband. Right down by where that Green West Spring. Right down by Green West Spring. And that's the only time I can say that. And when a girl was at school, I seen several women with her. several women, blondes, brunettes, several women with her. I think it was a man somewhere. I really think it was a man somewhere. Because the black boys used to have sex where I believe they were covering it up. And that principal went on to have a stellar career. He went, I knew him all through my high school years. He did. So I don't know what the white folks was giving him for letting that happen like that. You know, they probably let that happen so they wouldn't take her and kill her. But the white folks was appreciated that baby because he had a stellar career. He sure did. And he, even up in my high school years, I remember him being principal at a certain school. But and so why you don't call her name? I'm not gonna call her name. I'm not gonna call her name. But everybody know her. But she had got a reputation. I believe the white boy, after the women would have sex with a white boy, the black boys would go with her to cover up why she was aroused. But sometimes she looked like she had been crying. Sometimes she had this aroused look. But she also looked like she had been crying or something. I don't know, because they was trying to tell her that she's important and she valuable, and that's why they doing it. And she was valuable, and it touched her, and she cried. Or if it meant she was trying to find her way out of that motherfucker. But sometimes it looked like she was crying, but she looked at her aroused at the same time, so I didn't know what to make of her, you know. But I remember one time I was a little girl, and Mama began to put olive oil in my head, all up in my hair, and then she put olive oil on my forehead. And somebody knocked on the door. It was a white woman, and she looked at me and she laughed, and she ran down the steps. And I thought, as a little bitty girl, I was about 5. I remember I felt about 5 at the time. I think about 4 or 5 years old. I was little. And the reason why I say 5 because I remember the house we lived in. And I remember that I was in kindergarten. And I didn't know why all the oil was in my head. But Mama had put all this olive oil up in my head. And she put a cross right here with some olive oil. And a woman knocked on the door. She opened the door. And we stood there. And the woman looked at me with all that oil on. She ran. And she ran off our porch. And I don't remember that happening again. I remember coming to our house again. But I think now Rev got this event every school year. He have a Baptist school prayer. A lot of the church have Baptist school event, but he have Baptist school prayer. Everybody that's going to college or going to high school, elementary school, any kind of school the kids go to, preschool, he bring them and he lay hands on them and they pray and dedicate them to the Lord. Because he said he said you want your kids not to be bothered by the white folks, bring them to prayer. So they have that every year. He have that every year before school starts. So I don't know when he started doing that, but they've been having it for I know almost 25 years, or if not longer than that. But yeah, he pray over the kids before they go to school. But yeah, I don't know what was happening, but her mom was coming every day, and I remember one day we was in a locker room, and I walked in, and her mama was saying something to her. It like she was instructing her. It was like she was trying to give her instructions. Left, right, up, down. She was saying something to her. And she was quiet. She was real quiet. I don't know what she was telling her. But she didn't like it. She was real beautiful. And you ever seen a high school cafeteria? The rich people with the rich people. The popular people with the popular people. The nerds with the nerds. The fats with the fats. She was one of those kids that would sit at the real elite table. But the boys had that bitch looking so nasty because they was doing so much stuff with her. It humbled her. And so she had got a reputation. And so she started to look nasty. And so she couldn't sit with the popular kids no more. She started to just sit and, sit here and there or wherever, and she had started to talk to me too. But they had said she was nasty and fast. But the boys was doing stuff with her. But I think they was doing it to cover up what those white women was doing with her. That's what I think they was doing with her. But anyway, I'm saying that to say this. I'm tired of God bothering me. I'm really tired of God bothering me talking about He's telling me something. So you need to enforce your spiritual life. Shit. I see why people go on a compound and don't do nothing but spiritual things. Quote unquote, in quotation, my spiritual thing. Because that's how you feel sometimes. And you just gotta go some fucking where. On the mountain and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. If I'm not spiritual now, I had to go to the fucking mountain. Because I'm going through something and I need an answer. Shit. How do I defend myself? Do I lash out at everybody? The white woman for sitting with the little bitty girl? The bitch for being filthy and fucked up? The black man for his filth and shit? Who the fuck I lash out at? How do I defend myself? I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Shit. I need to go to the mountain and talk to Mohammed? Shit. Mohammed. I need some help up in this mother sucker.